Solitaire video. Tonight, our Solitaire journey to 1000 continues with the Rhapsody deck in purple. Anyway, I hope you have been well and that your day has been just as good. Very nice deck at hand. We have done a red version of this in the past, and surprisingly, to my knowledge, just a red and purple version exists. Nice little color variation on the royalty as well as the reds. So let's put our extras back in their box and get shuffling for game number 1. And as we do, please get yourselves nice and comfy. What is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear Rhapsody? I go from Rhapsody in blue, Hungarian Rhapsody, then Bohemian Rhapsody, and then after Bohemian, I think of bread, because I think there's a bread brand called Bohemian, but I'm not 100%. Anyway, we'll let that thought lay there, and let's deal out game number 1, as that cutting looks a bit off, just ever so slightly. Oh, also Rhapsody of Holst comes up, I believe. That is a Hunter x Hunter soundtrack title. As we start off our night with a tough situation. So let's begin our battle as we continue through our Solitaire journey. And already we are making some plays. We would like a black 6, or black and red 6, and a black 7, but a black 7 before that red 6. Lots of work to do in this one. So round 1 through looks pretty bleak, but I think we can manage to go another round. And so quickly, that is the end to our first game. So 7-5-5, King 5 didn't even move, as well as that 10. When you can't move your foundation cards, no chance of winning, as there's nowhere for that 3, 9, Jack, 6, 10, 5, or 8. Triple 5s on the field. Now what nastiness is left underneath? Let's find out together. Now come on, now you didn't have to be that nasty with the triple queens. Add those to the stat line. Triple 7s, another stat to be added. And that's it for triplets. I wonder if in all of our games so far, or all future games, will ever start with a consecutive triplet back to back. That would be pretty wild. Or even consecutive quartets. casino shuffle. This deck has a thicker cut and a little more rough with ridges. Can you hear it? If you can, you have a good ear. Game number 2, starting with a 2. A little better than our last one. At least we can make some plays into our foundation. But we have double 6s and 4s to start. Back to back. Rough starts for this one. Thank you, Jack. Well, this one's not looking too promising, but you never know. We now have double 7s on the field. What else? I'll make that triple 7s even momentarily. But you know just as well as I how random this game could be. 1 minute it looks like it's over. The next, it is just night and day. Alright, black 8 and a king. There's the black 8. Break into that stack. And another 9. And just like that, that is the end of our second game, so a little bit of hope in the later part, but ultimately nothing else we could do. As once again, the killer queens rear their ugly faces at us this time. On to game number 3. There has to be triple kings under here, you'd think. So let's find out. As we have double jacks. There's 1, there's 2, double aces, and just the double kings. Well, well, well. Not the start we would have hoped for. Now sometimes the feel of the cards physically can have an effect to the feel of the games. These cards, they are a bit rough cut, so they all have this rough edge and typical rougher texture, a little bit thicker than a regular card, as well as each card has a little bit of a pre-bend. Oh, there it is. Which isn't unordinary. But when decks feel this way, typically, the games aren't too great to follow. For whatever reason. And that's off a decent sample size throughout our journey so far. Now it could prove us wrong by winning 3 games in a row. But who knows? And speaking of it, let's just give this deck its rating. So a fairly simplistic design, nothing bad, nothing too great, enjoyable. Wish it were a little more vibrant. It's kind of as if it was through the washer 100 times. Leaves you wanting a bit more. Already went over the texture of this uncut. It will have durability, but once the cards start to bend one way or the other, this deck is done for. So, with all of that being said, I think a 6.5 is fair. Nothing too bad. It's just nothing too great either. It's a variation slightly on a regular deck of cards. So it'll slightly be better than the standard deck. Actually, I think 6.5 was generous. Let's go down to a 6. And keep it at that. And 555s swing out of nowhere for no real reason. Maybe we should drop this deck to a 5 because of it, but that would be petty. As there's nowhere for that 10, 6, 9, Queen, King, 5, and lastly Queen, so 3 very quick games, tough games. Let's see if we could bounce back in our 4th. And let's aim for a fat stack instead. And then upwards from there. As we had nothing too unique, just some doubles. Let's do another casino shuffle while we're at it. into a tough game 4. At least we start with an ace relatively early on. Eight. I don't know. The fact we haven't seen a king really doesn't help our chances too much. There's only so much we could do without moving 3 piles. And that's it for our 4th game. So, typically I'd say this has been brutal so far, but this has been a beatdown. No place left on the field. Nothing here. Triple queens. That's ridiculous. And nothing we can do about this one. Only this card was flipped, but no other. What a rough start. Only 1 game left already. Can we come back with at least a fat stack? Well, only one way to find out is we had triple threes, adding to the loss stat line. And that is it. My oh my. Something's fishy about this deck. And one more for good luck. Give it some guts. Guess we're at it. Honestly, I don't have an expectation for this one. I'm just going through the motions and seeing what this deck has in store for us. That way, I can't be disappointed, but only pleasantly surprised. Do you ever end up doing that after a rough night? I think you do. Come on, just admit it. Triple tens. I think places, try as they might, left high and dry. So, if you've made it to this point and want to share in the real disbelief of this deck, comment beat down. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Alright, let's see if we add anything. Double five, 4, 6, 9. Triple fives, double threes, and add triple fives to the negative stat line. And my friend, surprisingly, that is it for this one. The Rhapsody deck in purple did not deliver at all. But you win some, you lose a lot. That's the story of Solitaire. So my friend, I had fun. I hope you did too. Sucks to lose, but just makes winning that much better. Until we meet again, please have yourself a relaxing remainder of your night. Many sweet dreams. Please stay safe and eat your fruits and vegetables.